Madrid beat Valencia very, very, very comfortably to go 7 points clear at the top of La Liga. And at the forefront of it all, as per usual this season, you have the same names. You have Kylian Mbappe, you have Arda Guler, you have Vinicius Jr., and you have lately, especially since he's come back from injury, because the only reason he wasn't involved from the start of the season is because of that injury, but a name that's popped up from the moment he's been back from injury, Jude Bellingham. Now let's start with Kylian Mbappe, who not only won the man of the match for this game. This guy seems to win the man of the match every single game, rightfully so. He has been phenomenal this year. He has been on fire. What's that? He scored in his last 15 out of 17 games now this season, which is a joke. And to be honest, I kind of want to talk more about what he didn't do than what he did do. But he got a great first goal. I mean, it was a penalty. It wasn't a great goal, but we got a penalty. He put it away, doing what he needs to do. He got a great second goal. That's the one I was referring to. I just mixed them up, their order. He got a great second goal. Beautiful work from Jude. Vinny kind of, not really, just kind of gave the ball to Jude. Jude, great pass to Arda Guler, who found himself in space. And Arda, like he seems to do every single time he gets the ball, it's like this guy has a homing missile set to Kylian Mbappe. Whenever he lets the ball go off his left foot, it's like this ball goes directly to Kylian Mbappe and nobody else. Finds him with a beautiful cross, and Mbappe puts it into a more or less open net. Still a lot to do with the finish, but it was phenomenal from a player of his quality and something you expect Mbappe to finish. But what I really want to talk about is his hat-trick opportunity. It's the second penalty. It's the one he didn't take and the one he gave to Vinny. That's the one I really want to talk about and address, and I'm a bit annoyed. That's the second time this season Mbappe and Real Madrid have got a penalty, and instead of stepping up as the main penalty taker, he's given the ball to Vinny, which I don't get. I really don't get it. And it's at times like this I really miss Cristiano Ronaldo, because when your teammate needs confidence, and when your teammate is lacking in confidence, and a goal does wonders for confidence, and you want to help him get back to his level, you give them a penalty, like Ronaldo did a few times over the years for Karim Benzema. You do that. But when your teammate is playing phenomenally and he is looking like his old self and he's looking like the monster that he is, which Vinny's looking like. Vinny isn't looking like he's lacking confidence. Vinny doesn't look like he needs a goal to start playing well. Vinny's playing phenomenally well. He was fantastic today as well. And to give him the penalty was just a bit weird. I didn't really get it. I don't understand it. It's the second time, like I said. I feel like they just have this agreement between themselves that the manager knows nothing about or doesn't care about, where they're like, the first penalty always goes to Mbappe, the second penalty Vinny will take. And maybe if we get a third penalty, which is never going to happen, but if we do, Jude will probably take it. I feel like that's what they've done and what they've kind of agreed amongst themselves, but I don't like it. I really don't like it. Just give Kylian the ball. I don't care. We won. It didn't change the outcome of the game, but I just don't get it. Vinny has been horrendous from the spot since the miss in the Champions League last season against Atletico Madrid. A game we went through, but we could have very easily lost. Since then, he's kind of been off pens. Stop giving him pens. There's a reason he's not the main penalty taker when he was originally. Mbappe is the main penalty taker because he dispatches penalties. He missed against Barcelona Clasico, but that don't matter. He typically dispatches, and he is a lot more of a sure thing from the penalty spot than Vinny is. So I just don't get it, especially when you're on a hat-trick. Especially when you're on a hat-trick, and Harry Kane and Erling Haaland have been on fire and keep banging the goals and are taking the penalties for their teams, and they're your rivals for the European Golden Boot. Trophy you just won yesterday, and a trophy you said you want to win again, and you know as much as we do, the more you score, the more confidence you have, the better you play, the better we will play, and the better we will do this season. So I just hope they sort this out and stop giving Vinny the pens. Mbappe needs to dispatch him. He needs to dispatch him. If we're winning 4-5-0 and Mbappe's got a hattie, then give it to Vinny. Then give it to Courtois for all I care. But not when it's 2-0 and Mbappe's on a hattie. Just give it to Mbappe or Kiki. Step up and take it. But that's really my only complaint. I am kind of nitpicking. Because like I said, it didn't really affect the overall scoreline or performance. But it's the second time it's happened this season. I'm not a fan of it. And I want it sorted. I really want it sorted. After that, we had Jude Bellingham's goal, which I have missed Bellingham. I have missed Jude so much. He is such a good baller on both sides of the game. Whether he's defending at the back or whether he's attacking up front, whether he's supporting Mbappe and Vinny or whether he's supporting Carreras and Huijsen, it don't matter. This guy does it all, and he is so good, and we have missed him so much. And he has only been back for a few games, and already he's getting goals and assists and goals and assists, and he just can't stop. And he has been on fire form. I can't stop laughing. I can't even talk because I can't stop laughing. shocking. You wouldn't imagine this guy was out for like 3 months with a shoulder injury. And he only needed one game, and that being the against Atletico Madrid in the derby at the Metropolitano to get back into form. That's the only game where he was okay. After that, he's just been a monster. He's been phenomenal. So he just does what he does. And then the last goal, I don't know which goal I preferred more, because Carreras' goal was a joke. Like, for a second, I was like, am I watching Roberto Carlos? Am I watching Marcelo? Hello, Alvaro Carreras. I mean, I was going to say a Carlos or whatever, but it doesn't really work when the first 3 letters of both Carlos and Carreras are C-A-R. But anyway, it was a fantastic goal. What a strike. He literally put it in the only place the keeper wouldn't have stopped it no matter what he did. I mean, even a second goalkeeper there might not be able to stop that. That was such a ferociously struck shot. But I don't know whether I preferred that goal or Jude's, because that one, it just kind of caught me out, like it caught the whole stadium out. Everybody was just like, for a second, there was just silence, and you was like, what just happened? What did he just do? Do you get me? So it kind of caught everyone out by surprise, and it was probably the better goal, but it's just, Jude is just so good. He's just so good. And the way he just rounded that last defender and then just shot it and kind of placed it in the bottom corner, keeper stood no chance. I don't know which one I preferred more. To be fair, even Mbappe's second goal, the way the team worked it together, it wasn't a smash or a placed, but the way the team was involved and how they sort of created that opportunity, you kind of have to say that was a phenomenal goal as well. So all 3 goals were fantastic. But anyway, we are 7 points clear. Barcelona are yet to play, so when they play tomorrow, if they do pick up a victory, we will be still 5 points clear. But currently, we are 7 points clear as league leaders at the top of La Liga, which is fantastic. We have got 1 more game in La Liga left, and that is Rayo Vallecano away. And this was our last game at home at the Bernabeu for the next 6 games. Our next 6 games are all away from home, starting from Liverpool in the Champions League in midweek, but then Rayo in the league. I hope we can beat Rayo and pick up the 3 points and end this little period of fixtures before the international break with maximum, well, more or less maximum points, if you don't count the Atletico game. Maximum points, and then going into the break, if Barcelona drop points, phenomenal. If not, that 5-point gap is fantastic going into the international break. But up next, we have Liverpool at Anfield. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Now, Liverpool picked up a victory as well today. I think it was 2-0. Last time I checked their scoreline against Villa at home. So, they look like they're back in winning form in the Prem, as far as the Prem is concerned, because they did pick up a victory in the Champions League against Eintracht Frankfurt. But they look like they're back in the victories, and it is going to be a phenomenal game. I was very surprised Trent didn't play today, by the way. I thought that he would very much start today or get a few minutes so that he could start at Anfield. But I guess, if anything, Xabi Alonso will bring him off the bench against Liverpool just because it's Anfield, and why wouldn't you? But it's looking like Valverde will be the starting right back for that game, because there's no way you start Trent when you haven't given him a single minute leading up to the fixture. And he's come back from an injury that kept him up for what, like a month? Over a month? So yeah, we have 2 very exciting games coming up before the international break. I am going to call the video there. Thanks for watching, and peace.